Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here. Now for this video, we're going to be checking out a mobile action RPG game called NONSTOP KNIGHT. And shoutouts to NONSTOP KNIGHT for sponsoring this video. I've had an absolute blast playing this game. Honestly, like a little bit hooked on it, but it is great to have a sponsored opportunity to share a game like this with you guys. So shoutouts to them once again. But what makes NONSTOP KNIGHT so fun for me? Well, like I said, it's an action RPG game, and you guys know I love games like that. But for the mobile device, what they've done is they've actually streamlined the action RPG experience to make it a more on-the-go, sort of casual experience while preserving so much of what makes action RPGs fun. So I'm going to get into a little bit of gameplay. I'm showing you a character that's a little bit into the game, but it's going to give me a chance to explain to you what's going on. So obviously you have three main stats, right? You have your attack, armor, skill damage. Aside from that, you also have things like, if I wanted to go to my stats, you have a whole bunch of stuff like, you know, critical strike, obviously, critical strike damage, weapon damage, all those kinds of things. So you'll have all your stats that you normally have in an action RPG, but in terms of gameplay, what they've done is they've made it a really, really simple experience that you can honestly play just with one finger. So you'll have a couple abilities that you'll be able to switch between. Like I said, I'm a little bit higher up, so I've unlocked a couple different skills. I have two different skills unlocked for these two. So you either have a little whirlwind, and you have different sort of attunements that you can put on there. So if I wanted to make my whirlwind just normal spin, that's one. Then I get a spin that can freeze enemies as well. I'll show you that. So I can freeze enemies around me, something like that. Or I can go up here and push enemies back, or maybe even block damage. But you also have a slam ability, where so this slam it'll once it's on cooldown, of course, it'll drop like a linear slam, but I have two charges of it for that skill. Or I can make it like an AoE slam as well. So you have a bunch of different skills, all that you can use, that allow you to take on enemies as you go. But you're noticing that I'm not really in control of my character's movement at all. Because what this game does is allow you to only focus on improving your character, receiving coins, receiving loot, and using special skills to help your character defeat enemies. Now, for me, these kind of games are really easy for me to get hooked on them because I'm definitely a fiend when it comes to, you know, character development games and things where you're always getting new loot. And of course you have little pop-ups like this where you can grab a couple extra gold along the way. And of course I didn't show you my third ability. We also have clone. And the clone that I have right now, it's similar to other abilities in that you can, you know, put different sort of attunements on there. This one you can summon a double clone, but the one I have right now is the one that heals me because right now I'm a little bit higher up. And these monsters are getting really difficult. But as I was mentioning before, what the goal of the game is for you to have this character run around, farm these dungeons, go from pack to pack, and farm up gold for you, which you then use to upgrade your items. So right now, it's telling me that I have an upgrade available for my armor, so I'm going to put a couple points in my armor because I'm taking a lot of damage here. But I'll take a quick moment to show you guys some examples of weapons that I have and the weapons that I'm using on this character. So I actually have two what seem to be like unique items. One of them is the Goldie. It's a 3-star weapon. It gives me a certain amount of damage. So it's a certain item level, but one of the things it does is I gain bonus coins every 4th attack. So it's a goldfish that I'm swinging around, but that gives me gold. It's kind of funny. I get +2 critical strike chance and +34% damage, which is valued at a certain amount of coins, which I can talk about as well in a second. So you have gold is the main resource that you're earning, but you also earn coins as you go. So you see this little ascend highlighted in yellow there. We'll talk about that in a moment. But my armor, it deflects damage taken to all nearby enemies. So whenever anything attacks me, it'll do damage to everything around me. And when I'm low health, I'll get an attack speed boost and an armor boost. So it kind of helps me stay alive when I'm low health while dealing even more damage at low health. Now my cloak isn't really anything too crazy, but I like it a lot because it gives me plus attack speed and plus critical hit chance. So you have a pretty low critical hit chance on your own. But looking for items that give you bonus crit is really nice because you crit like 200% extra damage. So as you can see, these mobs are on their own are just beating me up right now. So I'm going to have to pop my little healing aura. And how you progress is that in these dungeons, there are certain floors where you just have to kill a certain amount of enemies and you'll automatically progress to the next floor. But the one that I've got now is a boss. And for the first time ever, I've never seen a boss labeled as impossible. It's usually hard or very hard. So now I'm a little bit concerned about how we're going to do this. So I can give it a shot. I imagine that I'll die, but if I do die, then we can talk about Ascension. Let's check out this boss. So My skill setup isn't maybe the absolute best, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to pop my clone. I'm going to use... He summons minions. I'm going to slash the minions. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm going to Omni Slash that. Oh, he popped me. I almost killed him. I might actually be able to kill him. So I can revive right now and kill this guy. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to hit him like 2 times and live. Okay, so I had a free health potion because I, you know, cleared a certain amount of things. Anyway, so whenever you kill a boss on any floor, you'll get a chest. And depending on what floor you are, your chest can be better, and obviously better chests hold better items. This one holds 1 weapon. We can take a look at the weapon real quick. I don't imagine it's going to be much better than the Goldie, but we'll see. Usually, okay, so weapons with 1 star usually only have 1 attribute, and this one has 7% attack speed after a kill. So that's just one example of the kind of stats or the kind of bonuses weapons can provide. Some of the cooler ones that I've seen are obviously like the ones when you get low health, it does certain things. Those are cool. But I think my favorite ones are either upon taking damage, like when you get hit, it affects your abilities. So you can have things like +% damage after getting hit, and those things stack up to like 10 or more, what I've seen at least. And then you also have certain ones that will do, you know, plus damage when you use a skill. So when I was talking about all those skills that have like 2 charges on it, those are the ones where you want to use plus whatever after skill, because you can have, you know, 6 uses of a skill, and a lot of times those skill ones will give you a lot of damage per skill usage. So I had weapons that were giving me plus 24%. Oh, I leveled up. Nice. Ooh, /10 enemies? Wow. So the one I'm using right now gives me an extra chance to crit, but if I can slash double the enemies, that might be worth. Or I can slash one enemy 10 times, which is pretty cool. But anyway, so the way that you set up your gear is completely up to you. You have a lot of customization options, which is really nice. But it's also, you know, one of the fun things is that what we're going to do in a second here is we're going to try the Ascension thing. So I'm getting pretty far along in my leveling process. The mobs are getting a little bit harder. I'm getting a little bit more of a beatdown. And I want to try to make my character stronger in general at this point later on. So what Ascending does is you basically start your character over. Only in terms of your gear and your money and things like that. You keep your skills, so if you like it, if you know, level up and you get your heal that you like this little heal copy right here, I want to keep that, you get to keep that. However, you don't get to keep your weapons. So if I was going to ascend, what I'd probably want to do is I would probably want to kill these monsters. I'm going to try this. I've never done this before. I'm going to try this. Let me check this thing. So yeah, my next ascension bonus is going to be at level like 90. So we don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is kill monsters, and then I'm going to sell my weapons. Oh no, I can just equip other stuff. Hopefully I just don't die instantly, because the epics or the 3 stars that I have actually sell for a currency that I want a lot of, which is those coins. So even though I have cool stuff, I'm going to try to sell this real fast. Oh, you can't sell equipped items, so I got to equip something else. Let's equip this. I'm going to sell the Goldie. Cannot sell 3 items. However, it will... Oh! I don't even have to sell it. It'll just automatically get converted. I did not know that. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys Ascension. I know I'm kind of running through this video, but there's a lot to talk about. It's a simple game because you guys get the basis of it by now, I hope. That's part of the fun about it. It's a really easy to pick up and play kind of game. It's an on-the-go kind of game where, you know, you ever break at work, or, you know, you're in the car or whatever. Obviously not driving. You know, you're on the bus, whatever, and you want to play like a game just to pass the time a little bit. This is a perfect one for you. One of the fun things about this game, though, is that there's an active component where you can play and you can progress and get loot. But there's also the component where this game will continue to farm for you even if you're not actively playing. So it's a pretty streamlined, fun experience where you're still in charge of leveling your character. You're still in charge of choosing what skills you get. You're still, you know, get to receive loot and all that, but you don't have to, basically just have to run around. This is just gonna be a farm boss game, and I love those kind of things. The farming play style is something that is pretty freaking addictive to me. So I've been enjoying this game a lot. But anyway, I want to get to this Ascension thing. I've progressed pretty much as far as I want to. I want to make my character stronger when I start over, so I'm gonna click this Ascend button, and I'm going to get my items, I'm going to get my bosses, and my multiplier is 2.5 because I'm above floor 70 or whatever. I'm at floor 80. It's going to take a long time for me to get to floor 92, so I'm going to go ahead and ascend. So, whenever you guys start your game fresh, this is mostly what it's going to look like, besides the bonuses that I have, and I'll show you some bonuses as well. So, you saw that whenever you kill monsters, you get gold coins, but when you ascend, you get these things called tokens, which are different currency. Those are like the ascension currency. And sometimes you'll get little extra bonus items. So I got some extra tokens and some extra frenzy potions, and I'll show you the frenzy potion in a second. So what you want to do is you want to go to the shop, and I can spend these tokens that I've earned to do some cool stuff. Now, one of the main things that you want to do when you're first starting off is you want to ascend fairly often. Ascending is one of those ways that you make your character a lot more powerful. You can see, obviously, that I get some pretty serious bonuses, like I can get plus damage and another plus damage, because I like doing damage. And I'm probably going to go ahead and buy this one. Oh, offline coins. So that's another thing, is that you want to buy the coin upgrades as fast as you can, pretty much. Plus 10% frenzy time. I'm probably going to hold off on that, even though I'm about to show you frenzy. But that's one of the reasons why you want to ascend early and often, is because it gives you coins, or these tokens, which allow you to give your character permanent bonuses that will allow you to, you know, obviously level faster, but make it further along in the game as well. So that's one of the cool things. So basically, you're encouraged to progress. Obviously, since I'm starting over again, the amount of gold that I get is a lot less. But it's really easy to kill monsters too. So the first time you come through here, you're probably not going to be one-shotting entire packs of mobs. But after a couple ascensions, these first couple levels are going to be easy peasy. It's a lot of fun because you get like the multi-kills and stuff. So I'm already ready for a boss battle. I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm just gonna grind this early part of the game because it's really fun, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. So you guys saw me when I was I was as high as I've ever gotten in this game so far. I put a couple hours in this game, like easy. This game goes by really fast. It's a lot of fun to play. But okay, so I got 15% attack speed after skill, so that's cool. So this is one of those situations where I'm gonna want to use some of my skills. Although my skills, unfortunately, my skills are just gonna straight up kill everything because I'm a beast. But I do have extra attack speed. You can see whenever I use a skill, you see that little icon down there right above my abilities. It says ×2. With a cloak icon, so that's letting me know that my attack speed, or whatever my cloak gives me, is being activated ×2. So I'm just gonna power farm through these dungeons. But what you want to do, obviously, is once you know, get some loot, get some coins, you're gonna go to your bag, and things slow down a little bit while you're managing your bag, so you're not gonna instantly die if you mess up or something. But you can upgrade your weapon. But I'm gonna upgrade my cloak right now because my cloak is really the only thing that has any stats on it. And I'm gonna crank up my cloak, which gives me plus skill damage, keep in mind. So basically that's just gonna let me throw my clone out, do my slash, and just kill everything on the map instantly, which is gonna help me farm more quickly, help me progress to the next level, which is gonna give me more experience, more gold, and as you guys can see, ramp up my farming speed once again. So that's pretty much what this game is about. It is a farmer that involves getting loot, you know, customizing your character, and obviously part of the fun is doing different runs is gonna give you different pieces of gear. So sometimes you're gonna maybe be focused more on doing skill damage. If you get like a nice set of skills, if you get a nice cloak that really, you know, gives you nice perks, then you're probably gonna want to focus on your cloak. If you get a really nice weapon that has really a lot of plus attack speed or something like that, that's a good reason to use your weapon. Boost that thing up, or you get a lot of crit % chance. Plus damage items just in general are really nice because they also increase your skill damage, I think. That's what it seemed like to me. But you're going to be able to build your character how you want, and that's part of the fun. But you don't have to really worry about running around because your guy's always going to farm, whether you're actively playing or not. But so when you're, you know, asleep or at work or doing whatever, this guy's still farming for you. But you can always just tab into the game real quick, see how things are going, get some new loot, throw it on, throw some upgrades, and then your dude will just get back to farming for you. So you can log in and see what he's up to next. So right now, I'm on the next level, and I'm not doing as much damage as I was, although my skills are still wrecking these guys. So the next thing I'm gonna want to do, even if I don't find a weapon, is probably upgrade my weapon so my normal attacks do a little bit more damage. But that's pretty much the gist of this game. It is simple by design. It is supposed to be a simple game so that people can pick it up and go with it. Even if they're unfamiliar with the action RPG genre, they'll still understand the basics. Kill mobs, get loot, get stronger, progress. Go to the next levels where you fight stronger opponents that your character can get stronger off of. Once you reach a point where you're feeling like things are slower than you want it to be, you ascend and you're stronger the next round, and you continue that on until you find the sickest gear, get your character absolutely unstoppable, and go from there. But I've had a blast with this game, like I said. Once again, huge shout-outs to a NonStop Knight for sponsoring this video. I'm actually probably going to end up putting a lot of hours into this game. No shame in that, because I love games like this. These kind of like Farm Fest games where you get to just absolutely keep crushing stuff. That's a lot of fun for me. But like I mentioned, games especially when they have this feature of character progression and loot system and all that, those are just right up my alley. And I feel like a lot of you guys would probably love this game too. And like I said, it's simple by design, it's easy to play, not going to take a whole lot of effort on your part, but it is going to be a whole lot of fun. So like I said, shout out to NonStop Knight for sponsoring this video. It's been a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll put a link in the description for you guys to check out NonStop Knight if you want to, and I do recommend that you do. Have a blast, enjoy, and farm away, my friends. See you next time. Peace! So I realized that I almost didn't show you guys Frenzy Mode. I was just going through and having fun. Now, Frenzy Mode is not something that I use all the time because you only have like a certain amount of potions that actually... Oh, wait. Oh, what's this? No, we don't want that. You only have like a certain amount of them that you can use, but it seems like you get a few every time you level, or every time you ascend. So let me kill this boss real quick, and then I'll show you Frenzy Mode. So Frenzy Mode basically just like groups up all the mobs and lets you go absolutely berserk and level up really quick. So I got another pickaxe. Let me see, what am I working with right now? I got 110% crit hit damage, which is nice, but I don't really have any bonus crits, so I'm just going with the damage. So let me activate this. This is going to be nuts. So you earn faster, earn more, drink this potion, go super non-stop for a while. So basically, you're just going to clear floors super fast, and it's going to port you to all the mobs. You can use all your skills, teleport around, pop everything that you got, because you want to make this go as fast as possible. So you basically don't really run between groups anymore, and it looks like the groups are actually probably a little bit more dense than usual, which allows you to get multi-kills, which gives you bonus gold, I believe. And obviously, you're just going to go super crazy farm mode. And I think that you progress floors a lot more quickly as well. So this is one of those things that after you ascend, if you want to, this is an easy way for you to progress a lot of floors quickly and get back to where you were a little bit faster. So as you guys can tell, dude, this game is so much fun for someone like me who loves the action RPG genre. But this is one of those things that you can have on your mobile phone or your iPad or whatever. I play this on my iPad. I gotta get it on my phone too, actually, so I can keep my character going even when I don't have access to my iPad. Because like I said, I'm pretty hooked on this game. This kind of game really gets to me. But I have a billion treasure chests. I'll open this after the frenzy mode. I don't want to open them right now. But hopefully, throughout the course of this video, you guys have seen basically how this game works. Is that I've said it like a million times. It's not really a complicated game. Wow, I have never killed 9 enemies at the same time before. That's nuts. But it's not really a complicated game. That's by design. This is something that's designed for you to be able to pick up and play, have fun with it while you can, and even when you're not able to actively play it, it's still going to be progressing for you. So that when you come back, you know, so you go to sleep, and then you get to wake up and check out how much gold your character's farmed for you, you know, how many items it's gotten, how many levels it's progressed through, because that's one of the things about this game is every level that you clear, every boss that you clear gives you a treasure chest, and I'm stacking up treasure chests right now. So it looks like our frenzy potion's about to run out right now. Okay, so we killed a bunch of enemies, and went from like level, I don't even know where, like 20 something to level 38 in one frenzy potion. So as you can tell, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to farm. So I got a wooden chest out of that, got a pickaxe, we got a swamp chest, gave me a helm, okay, and a silver chest, which gave me a cloak. Okay, so let me look at my helm. And of course, you can sell gear that you don't want. This 24 attack speed after low HP, which is okay, but the 10% damage to getting hit is what I might be interested in. Let's see. This 6% damage to getting hit, this is 10% damage to getting hit. Let's get that. Bonus attack speed when you're low HP. Bump that up a few levels. Let's see what this weapon. More crit damage, so I probably just not going to use that because I like normal damage better. Upgrade that a little bit. There we go, dude. That's frenzy mode. I did not want you guys... Oh, some crit. What's this do? That's after skill. That's like what I was telling you guys about. The damage after skill is usually a lot. So if I wanted to, I could, you know, do a bunch of skills so that my damage gets cranked up. Right now I'm doing like 70% more damage. Almost. Yeah. So we're just crushing stuff. And of course you have a bunch of achievements that you can get over the time, and whenever you get one, you get a little bit extra coins. And I think coins are like part of the currency that you can use to buy different stuff in the shop. Like if you wanted to buy extra coins or extra tokens, you can use the little gems as well or something like that. And it has microtransactions. If you guys are like super hooked on the game and really want to just power level, you definitely can do that. But this is I believe, a free-to-play game, and you can definitely have a blast with this game, completely free to play. But anyway, that was Frenzy Mode. That's hype.